The orchards?
Nothing that you couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. Hate the outdoors. If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect. You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
Never mind.
Hope that was sufficiently interesting.
Goodbye.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I'm still looking.
Well, at the moment, I can't do a whole lot with this vulture hanging over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
Really now. I consider myself more of a watch canid. Here to make sure you don't try to run off without paying us.
There's something else you need to know?
Any leads on the nursery?
Got a lot of dead saplings that'll cost us a lot of bits. I've got a feeling someone poisoned them somehow.
What happened in the Exterminator Automech Depot?
The mechanicals were hacked. They're pretty much running amok. If you could keep from destroying too many, I'd be obliged. Would save us a lot. That said, you might want to be careful. Those things are built to take on waspkitos, and waspkitos are generally tougher to kill than people. Just something to keep in mind.
Something in particular I should look out for in the processing control room?
The tower processing console is completely fried. Whoever took it out must have used some kind of explosive.
I think I've heard enough. I'll be back. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay, see.
Harvest, I do believe. Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
Oh, my dear Law. Sir, I don't mean to be rude, but do you know what's going on with your face?
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
I'm not here for a tour. I'm on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
Health inspector office? I didn't think Halcyon had those.
For sure there is. The Health and Safety Bureau is board-run and certified. So in Eridanos, all inspectors effectively work for Rizzo's. Well, and other representative member corporations of the board. It turns out, the other board corps get a hearty chuckle out of harassing Rizzo's with regular safety checks. It's really not fair if you think about it. Just because we own less shares on the board than the others doesn't mean we should have to deal with health and safety inspections when the others don't.
In that case, I'm most definitely sent by the Health and Safety Office. I hope you're paying fines.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. But I do have a few bits on me. Mayhaps this amount will put a smile on your face. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector?
I'm looking to trace Halcyon Helen's footsteps through the orchards.
Well, you are in luck. She passed right by here the other day. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
Helen was the spokeswoman for Spectrum Brown's ad campaign.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
Sure, seen any murder weapons laying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloody blunt force object?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Deadly pollinization mosquitoes?
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
I actually already purchased a golden ticket.
Well now, you certainly are an individual of refined taste. There are folks who defend the premium option and its sprat petting zoo, but once you've been bit by one sprat, you've been bit by them all. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our mosquitoes are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike.
Are you the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift.
Interesting.
Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
You don't find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since.
Yeah.
And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Wait, no. We're not glossing over this missing groundskeeper. No one knows what happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
I think I've heard enough. Thanks.
I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers, and I like anything Rizzo's likes.
Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you
Okay.
know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
Got a tour ticket already, but tell me more about the orchards.
An excellent decision you most certainly won't have cause to regret. Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purple Berry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more.
I think you heard enough.
Of course.
Goodbye.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Mosquitoes tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep them behind an electric fence, you know.
Okay. It's clear that whatever's in the brown is what's affecting these people.
Got it. Heads down.
Who's next? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought.
would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glittering piping, the lush walls keeping this gem hidden from the rest of the orchards. This warehouse is truly, truly a wonder. One can only guess at the secrets contained within.
Yes.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
It was really... It rhymed.
I don't think that was a Rizzo's slogan. Or any company's slogan, for that matter.
Ouch. Well, your candor's appreciated, even if it means I'll have to hit the books even harder tonight. I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
You haven't been causing the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
You should really just come clean.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
You seen any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3000.
I think she hacked some stuff. Oh, you're a Burbage fan.
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
That's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
I don't think I've ever met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
How'd you get your position?
Laws. You've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
I take it you don't intend to stay an intern.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
That's a good sentiment. Why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Okay. Helping folks is dangerous. The board doesn't like people who mess with the status quo.
Mother did mention that from time to time, but she always kept me far away from her work. Who could complain about happier workers and higher profit gains?
I think I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Nothing there. Alright, so let's access the inventory records. Quite large. Welcome to the inventory, Rizzo's inventory records, the sweetest inventory records this side of Eridanos. Note, please do not lick this terminal. You will be electrocuted. Current inventory, gardener, auto mechanical, 23 or so. Status, beat up. Notes, mosquitoes keep stinging these, breaking their stingers and dying. Should probably keep them separate. Item, mock apples and purple berries. Heck of a lot. That is hard to count. Do we really got to number every single fruit? Got more than enough. Item, mosquitoes. Couple hundred hives. Status, real company. Notes, don't get stung by these. Item, Spectrum vodka, all colors. Amount, 1 left. One shipment to the purple hedges. 1 to the Hut Nut. Notes, swing by the Nut Hut with some of my savings later today. Been a long week. Groundskeeper note. Serving the Rizzo's family. The purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the auto mechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting, but since I've had that treatment, all I felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a life changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind the hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka we can share. And a chapter of a brand new Halcyon Helen serial. I knew you liked that, and I got advanced copies. Yarborough, I must admit that your old supervisor described you as misanthropic, law-damned, redacted. I didn't expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow managed to seem to get along well with the mosquitoes, or at least they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward. A one-time 15-minute break to be taken at your discretion. Well done, Yarborough. From subject hypotheticals. So, Jacob, got a quick rhetorical question for you. Let's say, rhetorically, that one of the Wilderness Exploration Reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Let's say, theoretically, he released our primals, and those primals, theoretically, proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up could cost me my job, theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on those primals. And these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze. Booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of the law, send me a message. Exit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Did I hear something?
I wasn't expecting that.
I'll show you how.
Look at us!
These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Examine the footprint depth and spacing.
You find anything?
Helen was in a hurry and thought she was being followed.
That's real good work, Captain. You think the killer was chasing Miss Helen through the orchards?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered
She
more
ran
footprints.
through
Timeline
this
discrepancy
building.
detected nearby.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed 60 pig waste products. From nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds.
What are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null.
Conveniently.
You must be the new groundskeeper?
Yeah.
That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Sounds like Darren DePaul. You're right the first time. I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Does he think you look like his ex-wife? Or that you're gonna stab him for no reason? Because one of those is kind of true.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's design?
Yes. I'll take your word for it.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Pretty sure they don't understand you either, buddy. Goodbye.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purpleberry sponges. The writing you can make out as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go as soon as you read this. You'll know where to meet. Tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. B. No.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Here we go!
Just wanted to make you smile.
I just wanted to...
Forgot I need to heal.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress.
Down!
Nice hit!
That's one down! Just wanted to make you smile!
I just wanted to make you smile!
Get it off! Get it off! Can we do that again?
Murder, death.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Yes, I probably should take a look at this. Nothing here. What do we got? We got notes. We got notes. Hacking skill too low. Well, I always can't remember if there's actually something that increases hacking. Armor rating, critical damage, harmful status effect. Dexterity, perception, movement speed, attack speed. That works. Weird as it may seem. Rizzo's candy has been scientifically proven not to give cavities. 5 out of 5 Rizzo's company doctors agree, based on the average lifespan of colonists. The Orchard's sowing and reaping facility, serving the Rizzo's family. Office to the Keeper of the Grounds. Terminal access. Welcome, User Keeper 3. User logs. Last user, Summers, Anna. Occupation, intern. Activity, Exterminator auto-mechanical target setting reset. Success. User, recording. Finally, you darn thing. Now, how do I... Okay. Activity, Exterminator auto-mechanical target priority. Sprats, failed. Invalid parameter. User recording. Oh, come on now. Work with me here. Exterminator... Exterminator automechanical Target priority. Primals. Failed. Invalid parameters. User recording. Expletive detected. Deleted. This thing. I'll figure it out later. Activity. No target priority set in 10 minutes. Auto defaulting to all. Okay. The orchard sowing facility. Yields are up by 0.003%. Conclusion. The new fertilizer imported from Edgewater is working wonders. Personal files. Searching user logs found. Please note that all personal content on this terminal is property of Rizzo's. 2 bits will automatically be deducted from user for each viewed entry. A new life. 2 bits deducted from user's wages. Opening logs. I've always dreamed of living in Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position. They're stuck on Terra 2. All the execs are looking to promote somebody. They don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. The whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, but I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollination cycle. Aside from that, it's just keeping local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take a position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job. So here I am. Seeing her body once they got the mosquitoes to stop stinging her. It ain't been great for my enemophobia. Thinking of maybe grabbing a few spectrums and finding somewhere to hole up until the exec thinks I've left or died or something. Thought about the purple berry puzzle hedges, but I see a lot of people go in there and not a lot of people coming out. No clue what might be lurking in there. Wish we'd stayed on Terra 2. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I've never seen before standing out front. He had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said either I was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I'd seen a con man try to convince a shopkeeper that he actually was the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying, but I took my collar rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from him again.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah! Now that was fun! Moving out!
Here they come!
You're going down!
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Not sure what this is. Pretty sure the game is actually trying to just guide me along this path.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to... Timeline discrepant. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Let's examine the stick.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Interesting.
Something went wrong here. I really hope it wasn't the food.
This is a key card for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you are reading this, warning, anywhere other than the RR&D Labs, please return it to the RR&D Labs for only a moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Let me save. That's 118. That's actually pretty strong.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, I'm going to get rid of you.
Score one for Felix.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance. 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Leave. Copyright.
Elongated proboscises and stingers, these hardy insects are capable of both pollinating our lovely fragrant fruit flowers, while at the same time defending them from any and all pests that might harm them in any way. It's an all-natural solution to an all-natural
Except that
problem.
wasps do
And
not
it's all
pollinate.
Rizzo's.
Continue the audio
Do
tour.
not pick any fruit in the orchards. Should you encounter a swarm of mosquitoes on your trip through the orchards, please refrain from defending yourself. Mosquitoes are expensive to breed and maintain, and any damage to the swarms will be billed directly to you, or to your next of kin as appropriate. If you are caught outside during a pollinization cycle, Rizzo's recommends entering the fetal position and or feigning death. Speaking of death, Rizzo's also recommends avoiding the electric containment field surrounding the hive. Mosquitoes are averse to the charge and will not come near the field, but most humans cannot sense changes in air current. Rizzo's assumes no responsibility for any visitor electrocution.
I have no idea what these are, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Here we go!
For the best!
Lots of hands. Clearly there's something in there that I cannot get to yet. Maybe later. Oh, these are more wasps. All right.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard. Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
You know you're liable to get sick doing that.
Like, oh, those brats.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered... Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
A sweetest hello to you again, Orchard's visitor. Have you tried Rizzo's Purple Berry Bunch? Rizzo's does beseech you to please now with a...
So I was here before.
Back again, eh? I knew you couldn't resist my charms for long. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have.
Seems like a bunch of our exterminator automechs are on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Okay, well, I've already taken care of that. Bots were shooting anything larger than a mosquito. Must not have recalibrated the targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up.
Yeah, just a little bit. Found a strange subsys on the processing console. That have anything to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slab that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I don't know if I believe her, but she's really trying her best.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.